Hi guys, happy Monday. I hope you're having a beautiful start to your week so far. The weather is perfect as always. We are so blessed. It's been a beautiful summer up here in the northern hemisphere. Um, so actually in this video today, I want to talk about how to nourish yourself with sunlight. All right, because there's a lot of fears and misconceptions about that big beautiful ball up there in the sky. So let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it because obviously there's the whole skin cancer scare and getting sunburns and this and that. So let's uh, let's talk about a little bit how we evolved and how our body actually uses sunlight, because it's pretty deep. And I mean we'll try not to go too deep in this video, but let's just kind of go over an overview. So um, sunlight is very critical for your sleep, guys. So I know it sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but your entire sleep cycle is controlled by something called the circadian rhythm. And you may have heard of that. It's basically a sort of a 24-hour timeline, the sort of night and day cycle, and your body is very tuned to those cycles of nature. Okay, so your cells, they have clock genes within them that sort of have their own little timing mechanisms of clock, right? And then of course you actually have this sort of master clock or command center in your brain, right? There's a portion in your brain that controls that, and it's actually wired up right to the back of your eye, the retina. Okay, so there's photoreceptors in your retina that pick up the specific sunlight frequencies, right? And the key is morning sun. Okay, so as close to the sunrise as possible is the right frequencies that will activate that timing mechanism in the retina. Okay, or I should say through the retina and then directly to the area in the brain that basically controls the release of your hormones. Okay, all your hormones and neurotransmitters in a 24-hour period. Okay, so that timing is very critical because that clock needs to be reset every 24 hours. Okay, so a very good habit is to try to synchronize your sleep cycle, your sleep-wake cycle, to the rhythms of nature. Okay, and the beautiful thing about that right now, guys, is we are just past the summer solstice, so we have a lot of daylight. So you can have some very productive days. You can have high energy, right? You get up nice and early. As soon as you are up, get outside and get some of that light in your eye, right? You don't have to look right at the sun. Just let your eyes be exposed to that, right? You can look up at the sky. It's beautiful, right? Those blue colors, it's just going to make you feel alive. Get that release, flood your body with the right amount of cortisol to get you started for the day, right? That's going to give you your drive, right? So you don't need the coffee, right? It becomes more of a want when you use sunlight properly to set that rhythm. Okay, so that's really good. And the more morning sun you get, another key frequency in the morning sun especially, but throughout the day, is those red light frequencies. Okay, so that's at the lower end of the spectrum, right? So it's more the higher end frequencies, the blue light from the morning sun that really gets that clock mechanism started. But it's the red light that just penetrates deep into your body, right, for deep tissue healing and energy production in your engines, the mitochondria. Okay, so that's the crazy thing is, right, we're always taught that we need food to feed our mitochondria, to give it the energy substrates for us to make energy, right, ATP and other things. But the key, guys, is that deep within the mitochondria, there's also photoreceptors that are activated by the red light frequencies, and we can make ATP from the sun. Okay, so literally, guys, you can eat the sun. It's crazy, right? Doesn't mean you don't need food. You obviously have to add some mass to your body, right? Otherwise, eventually, that's you're gonna run into the starvation issues. But the key is that this is a really optimal way to get your energy flowing and optimize your metabolism, so that when you do bring the energy with mass, which is your food, then you can break it down properly because your mitochondria are powered by these red light frequencies. Okay, another thing about the red light, guys, that people don't realize is every cell of your body is hydrated, and this red light, if there's some really good scientific work done. You can look up Gerald Pollack. What he found is that the red light frequencies, when you shine those red light frequencies into water, you actually structure the water molecule in such a way where there's a separation in the charge, a positive plus and minus. So that's literally turning your cells into a battery, guys. And the crazy thing is that battery, if you look at what happens to that water, it becomes structured water, exclusion zone water. It actually has it changes the refraction frequency to UV. Okay, so basically what that means in English, guys, is the red light literally structures the water in every cell of your body, so that that structured water, that special kind of plasma water that's structured, is now going to get charged by UV light. Okay, so this is why there's such a scare on UV light, guys, and people roasting their buns off in the midday sun. It's because if you didn't get that morning sun with all that beautiful red light structuring the cells, the water within the cells of your body, then think about what happens when you blast yourself at solar noon with the UV light with unstructured water, right? You're going to short circuit the whole system. You get into trouble with dehydration, and you can't handle those higher UV frequencies, right? And you need them for vitamin D, guys. It takes a lot of sunbathing. Like, look, like you got to be out in the sun a lot to get your vitamin D, right? But that's the key, guys. You have to structure, you have to adapt to the UV as it slowly goes up. The UV index rises, right? At sunrise, there's no UV, right? It takes a couple hours for it to start to build up. So you got to be already out there, right? And take your clothes off and get your body into that beautiful, it's a sauna. It's literally sauna red light therapy in the morning until the UV shows up. And then you've got the benefits of UV, which is the endorphins. It regenerates the cells in your body and your proteins, right? It has like a little bit of that kind of stressor, but it activates like photo repair pathways, right? DNA repair pathways. So we need the UV, guys. It's just we have to adapt to it, not only seasonally, but also daily, diurnally, right? Because it peaks, you know, around solar noon, and then it comes back down, right? So take advantage of the morning sun, get yourself ready for the UV, and then just, you know what, when your skin starts to get hot, guys, that's how you get a burn, right? It's like touching a stove, okay? So when your skin gets hot, jump in the pool and cool off, okay? There's all these misconceptions about, oh, you go in a pool, you're going to burn even more. How does that make sense? You just lowered your skin temperature, right? I think, don't quote me on this, but the threshold for skin temperature to be able to start burning, I think it's somewhere around 44 or 45 degrees Celsius. So the cool thing is, guys, you can literally buy a infrared thermometer gun, and you can check the surface temperature of your skin, okay? And they're not that expensive to buy. So once you start to feel your skin getting hot and it's uncomfortable, I mean, right away, that's common sense. Go in the shade, cool yourself down, drink lots of cold water. But yeah, check your skin temperature and see, has it reached that 44 degree point, right? And then do a little test. If you got a pool or a hose or something, go and cool off, then check it again. Man, it'll drop fast, right? And now you can stay in the sun longer, right? So as long as you're cooling the surface, you're going to assimilate more light, right? And that's why you sweat, because your body already is trying to cool itself. So that's how optimally regulated we are, guys. So anyway, that's the key, guys, to really using the sun. Get out in the morning sun, right? Get some of that solar noon sun. You don't have to be out too long, but get your skin exposed, get your vitamin D. You can go and get blood work done and check your vitamin D levels to see where you're at. You don't need to supplement, guys. You really, really don't. Do as you will. I'm not telling you what to do. But that's really the key, guys. And then, you know what? When the sun goes down, just relax, okay? You're going to be tired when you spend a whole day in the sun anyway, right? So you're going to sleep like a baby, right? But that's the key, is you don't want to be up on your gadgets and all that stuff, right? You got all this beautiful long daylight, so take advantage and just accept that when the sun goes down, it's time to be quiet, right? Have a little campfire if you're able to do that. I'm blessed to be able to do those types of things, but otherwise just have some candle time and just relax and reflect on your day, and don't take on anything too crazy at night, because you know what, when the sun comes up tomorrow, you got another beautiful day ahead of you to get your stuff done, okay? So anyways, that's some good tips, guys. Get out and enjoy this beautiful summer. I'll do another video about how you can optimize your you can really use the sun in the winter, and some hacks that you can do to be able to absorb more of the sun when when we have the shorter days, and it's not as strong, it's not as powerful. You might be feeling a little bit of that seasonal depression, seasonal affective disorder. There's some really good tips that I have for that one in the winter time to really thrive. So anyways, That's all I got today, guys. Enjoy this beautiful day and have a beautiful week. All right.